Member for Edmonton Highlands Norwood, followed by the Honourable Member for Edmonton Beverly Clardy.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. This government's ongoing cuts to post-secondary education will reduce access to school for students. The University of Alberta has already coping with a $59 million deficit, and this government sought to kick them while they're down with an additional $20 million cut. Teachers who've been promised jobs will be laid off, and students who've been promised affordable education will be unable to afford it. Why is the Minister of Advanced Education making post-secondary school less affordable for students?
The Honourable Deputy Premier.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I guess I could ask the Honourable Member to refer to my answers earlier, because it's the same question that was asked by the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Yeah.
And really, Mr. Speaker, post-secondary in this province is second to none in any jurisdiction, I would wager, in North America. We have also been very, very generous in terms of the support to our post-secondaries. As I said, 42% increase over the last 6 years. We've maintained that momentum. The University of Alberta was in the headlines today, Mr. Speaker, and that's where the question came from.
The Honourable Member.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, the Minister didn't answer the question the first time, and he didn't answer it the second time. It's ridiculous for this minister to claim that he can meet a commitment to create 16,000 new student spaces in post-secondary schools while delivering blow after blow to their budgets. How will this minister be able to keep his commitment to create 16,000 new student spaces given the cuts to post-secondary education contained in this budget?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I would ask the Honourable Member to actually take a look at the numbers, which I know he hasn't done.
Come on, Doug.
That are based on what the University of Alberta received last year, less prepayments for things that were done in the year before, and then look at the base operating grant that was provided to the University of Alberta versus the dollars that they received this year versus the number of other projects that are coming forward. The point of my answer, Mr. Speaker, is that it isn't just, well, 20 million is off, because that's what the headline was, but we're still working with the University of Alberta to ensure that we can meet our commitments across the province.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, I read the provost of the university's letter. Mr. Amrine wrote a letter in which he is contradicting what the minister is saying about the funding for the University of Alberta. Now, the university's plan is to recoup some of these costs, and that will cost students an additional $550 a year in fees, on top of very expensive tuition fees already. Many students will simply be unable to afford it, Mr. Minister. So why won't the minister admit that rather than improving access to post-secondary education in this province, he's placing it out of reach for more and more Albertans?
Well, first of all, Mr. Speaker, the University of Alberta is not the entire campus Alberta. The University of Alberta has put a proposal in front of their board and in front of us and the students of this fee across the board. That is not, by any stretch of the imagination, yet done. The University of Alberta has put a proposal in front of the Ministry and the Department as it relates to market modifiers or some professional tuition increases. That is not yet done. The university has talked about the sticker shock that they've got. We're still working with them, Mr.
The Honourable Member